move to the chapter 4, the 4.5 composite element. So this is not our real the group of those elements in the ArchiMate. It's just some additional things. To me, I may put that into also the extended element. Similar like this motivation part first, and they have the grouping and the location, and I will create some aggregate composed of first to the concept. But the tricky part is when we back to the figure 1, I skip this concept layer when we build our ontology. Possible now is let's add them and to see is whether these are the knowledge that we should connect to that, because grouping and location are not the directly is needed. I should say is in all of your modeling, but if you want to put some highlight on the certain portion of your diagram, you may try to use those group and location. That will give you the better this emphasize. And before we move to the ontology within the this Archi 2, you may see these two parts. So one is these are the location. So it's using this like our water drop, but it's on the upper the direction. So it's like the location. So in my companies, in my architecture teams practice, we use location to try to model the geography context. One is this the one level is the region in our group company. Then after region, we have the market or country, and even is for within one country or one market, you may have a different legal entity. Then that's at least is three different levels with the hierarchical. All of them is you can use location. Once you have the location and you have a certain the application components, then you can see is we use our agreed the Metamodel relationship or the modeling pattern is we use a surf. So that means is if I have one application, I want to know those applications geography coverage, I may use the surf and connect these application components to model your application solution and link to the location. And if you have two market and these application components are served on two markets, then you can have this way. Then this when you want to do the analytical, the summary, you may see these application are reused by multiple markets. That is can be treated as the index of your reusability, the KPI if you have that. That's the location, and also here is the group. The group is just like our box. If you watch it, so I have another course is analyze the plenty UML, which is our code. The doing this diagramming as code, so that is covered UML type the diagramming and the non-UML type the program this diagramming. Within that is we see the multiple notation talking about the group. Within ArchiMate, we have just this one type, and you have two figures. You can use this folder-based always a dog ear we can see. So that is the way, or you can just use this one. Latest Archi 2, they promote this rectangle based group. So this group, if you use Archi 2, you may see another dark gray. Is also called a group. That is the visual group element. If you drag that here, is that there's no different this label or this figure. They only have this dog ear style. the difference to this group and this group is this group are the ArchiMate language element-based group. So when you create this group in your diagram, this group is within your model. So that is our this grouping, and if you keep adding the elements, this can be part of your repository. But this group is, you may see here, if you click here, you couldn't find this, where is this group here? In your folder structure, that means that this dark gray, the group, is only a kind of our visualized element, is only related to your view. So it's not in your model, not in your repository. So that is the key difference, and you will no need to build any relation. You can just drop this, and they will help you to do the visualization. But if you click these artifacts on the analysis, there's no model relation. But if I drag our element into this group, you can see it's ask you to identify or define the certain relation. So if I see that is the aggregation, and if I click this data object, I see here aggregation from grouping to this data object and this relation. So if I drag this here, so if you click this one, you can see this relation is actually is within your repository, but if you drag this out, it's nothing changed. But you can put that only help you within one view to facilitate convenience message transfer. So if you want to model our group, use this ArchiMate language, this defined element. If you just want to visualize a group, use this dark gray. And this dark gray group doesn't in this ArchiMate 3.2 specification. It's only defined in the certain those modeling toolings. And then this, let's say here, composite element consists of two concepts. Possibly is from multiple aspects of or layer of the language, grouping and location. So let's think about this, how we can make those modeling. So it's not the element. So not this one, but as I mentioned this, I want to create that in some layer. So I will make that as just extended here. So composite element. And within here, I create two. So one is the grouping. Another, using the assembly, is the location. So we can make them here. Then you can see from the extended, I have this one, and with two sub this class. Definition for this tool is we will later to do that. Let's focus on using this hierarchical. We implement this relation. But where is this concept? Let's back to the our figure 1. So here, I didn't create a relationship connector. Now let's add them. So I will add assembly. So relationship connector. Just to ensure is we don't miss any kind of those information. So I can show here. So maybe put that. And all these three, we are missing one concept. Because I try to use the thing to talk about the concept, but maybe we now is use the model as the thing. So I will create our concept layer and put relationship connector element and the relationship under that. And since here we have aspect and the layer, so they are the different aspect or the this wave point to our total model. So I will leave that. So now I have this concept layer, and I using this hierarchical, I think is we have clearly of those things, and within this element, I add the additional layer here to group those call and extend it, and then this behavior is here, structure is here, motivation here, composition here. So I made them is into the two subgroup. So but all the information are coming here. Let's back to our 4.5 is we are missing another part is aggregate and compose. So now we have our concept. Let's create our concept this as our individual, and we have the those grouping and the location. Let's also create them as the individual. So that is those one. So extend it. So try to make them, and these are grouping. These are location. And if I want to see, do I have the aggregate? So I starting from the grouping. So object. Oh, I don't have that object property here. So aggregates, I have composed of. Composed to, I have the composed of. So let's back to here of Metamodel earlier. So where is the composed? So here we don't, you see here, composed of. So all of them is should be the composed of, right? No, so I should change this uh, to of. And let me also check what's this relations from the internal behavior can composed of. So let's back to check. So internal behavior, this one. So I don't have this internal behavior elements. So aggregates are composed. I don't have that. Let me see here. Passive. So those I have like is passive. I got structure flow 2. So passive has so many, but I don't see we have so many for passive structure. Oh, is something is not correct. So external. So let me see external behavior. We should have flow. Yeah, flow trigger. Flow 2 access. Access is this one. Serve is this one. Trigger. Trigger. Where is the trigger? Trigger is this one. Flow. Flow 2 events, and also serve. Serve is this one. But the passive structure element, I should not have so many, right? Is passive structure. So trigger events. That is not correct. Passive property assert passive. Passive structure has no go to this one. So access. So let me see what's this. Passive structure access. So that is not correct. So let's remove all of them. Passive structure only received insight. So let me save on that. And the internal behavior. So internal behavior, I have nothing to this one. So that is where invalid. Oh, so I have this English aggregates to internal behavior. So that is the internal behavior, and the compose of internal behavior, and also trigger flow. So let me do this internal behavior flow, and also trigger flow to events. That should be the right. And also our access, internal behavior, access to passive structure, and also realize to external behavior element. So we should have total 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that should be the correct. So let me check is if I have this one, then I back to here. I have this 8. That's correct. And let me double check is internal active. I should have 3. So one composed and one assigned to, one assigned to. So it's quite interesting is why those the wrong part is maybe I wrongly put that to the passive structure. So I delete that and correct this way. But here you can see is we have the aggregate and composed, but on these co-model parts, now we create this level, concept level, and from the group, let me create this grouping. So nothing here. I may treat this aggregate to concept, and then this compose of concept. So that means this grouping is can go to this concept level, and if we have this inherit from this parent class, then all these relations can be applied to the lower level classes. That is the purpose for this relation. Similarly, is the location. So I suppose is my error or mistake was coming is when I click the class, it's still here is the group. If I here now is adding, I will add the object relation is on the group. You should click this individual. Then ensure here is the location. Then when I say the aggregate, that will be the correct relation. I will add to the location, not the other wrong part. So concept. So that is the part is I may see here. So grouping. So if I have, but oh, so when I drag that is I see concept with the relationship with this one, and okay. So with that, let me see. We have the enough relationship, and I'm doing some correction. So let's look at this consists of the other. So let me add those extended. So here. So from the class, so composite. So let me add our comments. Composite elements consists of other concepts, possibly from multiple aspects or layers of the language. So that is our part is we have including this, and we will talk about the grouping and the location in a little more detail in the next two sub chapter. So see you in the next one. And I before closing is I think is we have correct one part, and now you can check is our scale of the ontology here. When I save this, I think is we now have our the new version of 0.20, 0.20. So I keep on that, and as I correct something is possible you may see some strange this internal the behave those passive structure element have some the wrong relation in the elder version, but from this 0.20 we did some the additional change. So then see you in the next video. Bye for now.